Your shadow stretches long across the floor.
I smell the diesel smoke and coming night.
A heavy hand upon the sliding door.
One ticket crushed inside a callous palm.
The vapor rising where the heat has been.
A moment's grace, a momentary calm,
before the Ferris wheels
begin to spin. Hey! The iron groans beneath the weight.
Yeah!
A frantic pulse, a twist of fate.
The distance pulls the anchor from the boat.
Oh, the collision of the almost known.
Two ships that splinter
On a jagged coast. We trade a kingdom for a silent ghost.
You're the north,
I'm the south.
the bitter taste of copper in the mouth.
Almost known.
Two ships that splinter
On a jagged coast. We trade a kingdom for a silent ghost.
You're the arrival,
I'm the depart.
the jagged fragment of a hollow eye. Watch the steam, feel the rush in the crush. Will you recognize me when the dust finally settles?
We're ghosts on the asphalt, tracing different lines. The horizon's a blade cutting through our time. No anchor, no tether, just the weight of the road,
Carrying the stories
that we never told. You threw your duffel in the rusted bed, left the porch light burning, enough being said.
I found that photograph behind the visor.
Kids in the rain getting no wiser. Ignition clicks, the engine starts to cough.
Shaking off the rust as the miles peel off.
The gravel screaming under these boots,
ripping up the soil, severing the roots. Who are we now?
Where do we go? We're ghosts on the asphalt, tracing different lines. The horizon's a blade cutting through our time. No anchor, no tether, just the weight of the road,
Carrying the stories that we never told.
righteousness. There ghosts on the asphalt tracing different lines. The horizon's a blade cutting through our time. No anchor, no tether, just the weight of the road,
carrying the stories that we never told.
The steel towers are just skeletons now. Cold constellations burned out in the grave.
We're drifting like solar dust through the ruins, following the compass of a dying day.
The city was a black hole, a gravity that ate our souls alive.
Now the ridges rise like sleeping leviathans, the only place where ghosts can still survive.
I see the green lungs breathing in the mist.
Better a hostile mountain than a city that doesn't exist.
Oh, the mountain is a gravity we finally understand, dragging our weary bones back to the iron soil, the unyielding land. Let the concrete crack,
Break it down,
let the wild rivers reclaim.
wash it out. We're just a tide of shadows returning to our
original name.
The wind is a jagged blade of ice, carving a path through the valley's throat.
With tectonic plates colliding in the dark, every heartbeat is a desperate note.
The skyscraper was a prison made of glass and greed.
But the hemlock and the granite give us everything we need.
The stars are watching us from a distance so cold,
Trading our silver futures for a story that's ancient and old. Oh, the mountain is a gravity we finally understand, dragging our weary bones back to the iron soil, the unyielding land. Let the concrete crack,
break it down,
let the wild rivers reclaim.
wash it out. We're just a tide of shadows returning to our
original name.
Watch the walls fall, watch the walls fall, watch the walls fall.
sun cracks the spine of the ridge, boots caked in red clay, crossing the bridge. 50 winters etched into his brow, iron forged grip on the handle of the plow.
The silence talks when the wind starts to moan. He carves a kingdom out of dust and stone. No silver spoon, just a gallon of sweat, paying back a debt the mountain won't forget.
The timber creaks,
the valley breathes,
gravity pulls, but we never hit our knees.
yeah!
It's the marrow in the bone, the shadow in the wheat, the unyielding rhythm of the rural heartbeat. From the scrubland brush to the jagged peak, strength is the only tongue we speak. Strength, power,
It's the force of the land, the blood in the veins,
standing tall in the thunder and the driving rain.
It's the marrow in the bone, the shadow in the wheat, the unyielding rhythm of the rural heartbeat. From the scrubland brush to the jagged peak, strength is the only tongue we speak.
Strength,
Power, it's the force of the land, the blood in the veins, standing tall in the thunder and the driving rain. Red earth,
iron soul,
we remain.
back to the ridges where the copperhead crawls. Leave the glass towers and the crumbling walls. The city is a grave, but the mountain is home. Under the hemlock where the wild things roam. I saw the skyline flicker, then it finally went dark. Left the lithium rusting in the middle of the park. My palms were soft, now the shovel is cold. Trading my silver for the dirt and the gold.
The highway is a graveyard of abandoned steel. The higher we climb, the more the silence feels real. Smoke on the horizon like a funeral shroud. The valley is screaming, but the peak is proud.
Sky turned iron, water turned to lead. The ghosts of the hollows are rising from the dead. We're climbing higher while the city bleeds red. Back to the ridges where the copperhead crawls. Leave the glass towers and the crumbling walls. The city is a grave, but the mountain is home. Under the hemlock where the wild things roam. dark where the wild things roam.
Where the wild things roam. Where the wild things roam.
Roadside dust was red like rust beneath the fading western sun. I had a map and reckless trust, but all my running was undone. I paid my dues with silver tears for every mile that I drove past. This ghost town holds my missing years, a fragile memory built to last. I see the cracked paint on that door, the way the porch light didn't glow. Just one last thing I can't ignore, the one mistake I had to sow. I paid my dues with silver tears for every mile that I drove past. This ghost town holds my missing years, a fragile memory built to last. They say time heals the damage done. Down this road the damage runs.
Old Silas climbs a ridge before the morning mist has cleared, with a rusted trowel and 80 years of wisdom in his beard. He's looking for the sang, the man root hidden in the shade, the kind that heals the spirit without a sharpened scalpel blade.
He digs it slow and silent,
like a prayer to the damp clay.
Yeah, the old ways breathe in silence,
but he sees the vulture circling where the new black asphalt lay. And he knows the mountain's heartbeat
promising heights from the neon light. Sister Martha keeps her jars of willow bark and yarrow bloom, mapping out the fever in a dark and drafty room. She knows which leaf will cool the blood and which will stop the bile. She's seen 1,000 winters, and she's walked every bitter mile.
But the salesman came in silver cars with boxes white and clean,
promising a paradise inside
a small blue beam. They didn't mention the hollow eyes or the shaking of the hand,
or how they turn the garden into a barren, pill-sick land.
but the white coat shadow falls across the pine. The general store is boarded up, the pharmacy is new, the neon sign is humming like a hornet in the dew. The boys who used to haul the timber now just lean against the wall, waiting for the chemist's bell to give their souls a call. It's a different kind of harvest now, no dirt beneath the nail, just a sterile plastic rattling that's keeping men in jail. They traded in the campfire for a fluorescent buzzing glare.
It's a cold, cold world,
leaving nothing but the ghost to haunt the heavy mountain air.
trading the living root for a plastic jar. Oh, the creek is running orange from the runoff of the mine, and the babies in the valley are born already on the line. They've forgotten how the ginger tastes or how the cedar smells, locked inside the ringing of those synthetic ringing bells.
The curandero's garden is a tangle of the weeds, because nobody has the patience
for the slow and quiet seeds.
They want the instant heaven that the laboratory sold, forgetting that the mountain's cure is 10,000 winters old,
and the soil is weeping for the children of the pill. The root is deep, the pill is cheap, the mountain dreams while the mother's sweet. Keep on digging, one is life, the other's stone. The chemical king is on his throne.
Radiator clicks like a cooling watch. Pull the 94 Ford onto the gravel. Dust settled on the windshield glass. It's not the mountains I had on my mind, just a porch with 3 painted chairs, a screen door that needs a new hinge. I sat there for 5 minutes in the cab, waiting for the road to leave my bone. It is not the place I drew on the map, but the purple light looks right on the siding. The final mile was in the long distance. He was just letting go of the steering wheel. You're standing there with a glass of water, wearing that sweater with the loose blue thread. Spent 20 years running from the stillness, thinking I needed a faster set of gears. But the way the cicadas start their rhythm makes the silence feel like a gift. I don't mind the weeds in the driveway or the way the mailbox leans to the left. It is not the place I drew on the map, but the purple light looks right on the side. The final mile wasn't a long distance, it was just letting go the steering wheel. The atlas in the glove box is outdated, torn at the edges and faded by the sun. I used to think I found myself in a city where somewhere the horizon never ended, but I'm standing on this wooden wire, and I don't feel like leaving again. It is not the place I drew on the map, but the purple light looks right on the siding. The final mile wasn't a long distance, it was just letting go the steering. The engine is cold now, crickets are taking over the arc. I'm exactly where I didn't know I was going, where I'm going.
Point Pleasant midnight, the mist is a shroud.
We're hauling the high proof, making no sound.
I rigged up the spotlights, a flicker of red,
While the locals are hiding, tucking into their beds.
static on the scanner. The sheriff's afraid of the shadows we're casting, the monsters we've made. Oh, the Mothman's a ghost in the machine, a silhouette shield in the business unseen. Let him whisper of wings and the hair on the beast, while we brew in the valley and dine on the feast. Fear is the fence.
The myth is a shield.
100-proof copper, the condensation drips.
I left a giant footprint by the riverbed strips.
Size 22, deep in the mud,
Keeps the federal badges from smelling the blood.
let the campfire stories grow tall and wild. Keep the skeptics at home, acting just like a child. Oh, the Mothman's a ghost in the machine, a silhouette shield in the business unseen. Let him whisper of wings and the hair on the beast, while we brew in the valley and dine on the feast. Fear is the fence.
The myth is a shield.
They'll never come looking.
Too busy running.
The woods are ours.
The woods are ours.
Oh, the Mothman's a ghost in the machine, a silhouette shield in the business unseen. Let him whisper wings and the hair on the beast, while we brew in the valley and dine on the feet. Is the fence.
The myth is a shield.
I threw the heavy iron in the truck bed. The same steel tools my father used to curse. The tailgate chain rattled like a dry bone. It's 5 minutes past the time to go. Rain is soaking through my denim jacket, and the mud is reclaiming my boots. That screen door has a rusted hinge. It screams a little when it swings. It screams a little. It screams a little. Then the latch bites down on the frame, and the quiet is the loudest thing I've known. I'm leaving the bank on dirt behind. The weeds finally won the battle for the porch. I don't owe this county any more sweat. I gave it 20 years and a crooked spine. Now I'm just a man with a full tank of gas. That screen door has a rusted hinge. It screams a little when it swings. Screams a little. Screams a little. Then the latch bites down on the frame, and the quiet is the loudest thing I've known. The gravel under the tire sounds like teeth grinding down the only road I know. The only road. I won't look back to see it standing there, just a house the wind is gonna take. That screen door has a rusted hinge. It screams a little when it swings. It screams a little. It screams a little. Then the latch bites down on the frame, and the quiet is the loudest thing I've known. Just the quiet. Beneath the fingernails, a calcified salute, a leather rubbing raw against the laces of the boot. I track the tremor in your jaw, the shifting of the weight, muscle fibers tensing at the closing of the gate. The horizon swallows shadows as they lengthen on the clay. Lungs contracting, hollow chest, rib cage tightening, final test. Blood is humming through the wrist, cold silver in the morning mist. Gravity is pulling every sinew from the bone. The friction of the distance makes a kingdom of its own.
I feel the static in the grip, the callus on the pole.
The silence of the exit is a suffocating song. We are the echo of the impact, the splinter in the wood. Go, 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 go! Yeah, yeah. Pulse ticking like a detonator, syncopated faster now. Sweat beats tracking silver rivers down a weathered brow. No more words to trade, we exhausted every verbal wail. Just the friction of the shoulder blades, a kinetic farewell.
shaking, the nervous system twitching in the fingertips. The bitter taste of copper rising up against the lips. Turn the torso, pivot on the heel at the kinetic energy. Break the tether, shatter every phantom bit of memory.
Watch the dust,
Feel the snap.
gravity is pulling every sinew from the bone. The friction of the distance makes a kingdom of its own.
I feel the static in the grip, the callus on the pole.
The silence of the exit is a suffocating song. We are the echo of the impact, the splinter in the wood. The marrow's divide, the widening gap, the snapping of the wide, the closing of the trap. My boots are heavy with the soul of where we used to stand.
You become the ghost of motion in a different land.
Paper's thick and yellow at the edges. I've carried it through 3 different towns. My name is spelled wrong on the front, but the ink still holds your weight. I'm sitting on the curb by the station, waiting for the last bus to pull in. My knuckles are white from gripping the wood. The air is getting thin and cold. I'm letting go of the heavy things. I'm leaving the burden in the dirt. Just a match in a box. Just a match in a box. We worked those double shifts for nothing, trying to build a life on shifting sand. You said I wasn't in love to stay. Maybe I was just too tired to fight. The highway doesn't ask for my reason, just takes me where the road goes. My knuckles are white from gripping the wood. The air's getting thin and cold. I'm letting go of the heavy things. I'm leaving the burden in the dirt. Just a match in a box. Just a match in a box. The sulfur smells like a beginning. The flame is small, but it is enough. Watch the corners curl and turn black. Everything we never said is smoke now. It's all smoke now. I'm letting go of the heavy things. I'm leaving the burden in the dirt. Just a match and a box. Just a match in a box. Walking toward the bus now, hands in my pocket. pockets, feeling alive for the first time. Just a match and a box. Daddy says, son, keep it steady. Don't let the dark take the wheel. But the night got long and hungry, and I learned what desperate feels. There's a cross out by the county line, fresh paint on old regret. Every mile's got a memory, it ain't done with you yet. 'Cause the road don't forgive, and it don't forget. It keeps what you did, like a cigarette burning down, slow in your shaking hand. 'Cause the road forgive, you understand. You can outrun a town, you can change your name, but the road don't forgive, and it knows your face. I've seen men trade love for whiskey and call being tough. I've seen prayers hit the windshield when the rain gets rough enough. I've heard sirens sing a hymn over someone's broken truck, and I've counted all my blessings like bullets one by one. 'Cause the road don't forgive, and it don't forget. It keeps what you did, like a cigarette burning down, slow in your shaking hand. 'Cause the road forgive, you understand. You can outrun a town, you can change your name, but the road don't forgive, and it knows your face. So if you love somebody, say it plain. If you're sorry, say their name. Don't wait till gravel turns to stone. Don't wait till you're alone. 'Cause the road don't forgive, and it don't forget. Takes what it takes, and you pay the debt. Burning down, slow in your shaking hand. 'Cause the road forgive, you understand. You can now run a town, you can change your name, but the road don't forgive, and it knows your face. Yeah, the road don't forgive, and it knows your face. Waded through silt where the shadows congeal, trading my marrow for yellow vein steel.
The river is hungry, it whispers your name, drowning the spark just to flicker the flame.
My fingernails black, digging through ghosts,
Counting the cost of these desolate coasts,
gravity anchors this hollowed out chest.
searching for solace but finding no rest.
The bedrock is screaming beneath every stone.
A kingdom of sulfur, a scepter of bone.
The fever is climbing, the pulse starts to fray. His sanity trickles like gravel away. Oh, the yellow malady, the gilded disease, it brings every giant down low to his knees.
I'm chasing a ghost in a glittering stream,
Awake in the dirt of a dead man's dream. The more that I gather, the less I possess.
in this valley of hunger
and golden distress. In the dirt of a dead man's dream, the more that I gather, the less I possess.
in this valley of hunger
and golden distress. Of this room is folding in a quiet tectonic shift beneath the skin. I trace the map of every jagged scar we wore before the current drags us from the shore.
There is a residual static in the hollow space, a phantom limb where I used to glimpse your face. The silence isn't empty, it is dense and cold, a narrative of silver turning back to mold.
The pressure builds inside the marrow of the bone.
A heavy weight that neither of us wants to hold.
The tether frays, the anchors start to rise.
We see the distance through each other's eyes.
Sever the tether, let the gravity break. Count every fracture that we're forced to take. The landscape is shifting, the horizon is gone. We're ghosts in the static before the new dawn. Let go. If I forget the texture of the sound,
but I still feel the
tremors in the ground. The memory is a heavy rusted chain, the only part of us
that will remain.
Sever the tether, let the gravity break. Count every fracture that we're forced to take. The landscape is shifting, the horizon is gone. and we're ghosts in the static before the new dawn. Watch the dust,
Watch it rise. We are the echo that never quite dies. Ooh.
The river don't run like it used to flow. The winter don't come and the summer won't go. I plant in the dirt but it dies in my hands. Something ain't right in this promised land. The birds stopped singing 2 springs ago. The deer tracks fade where the cold winds blow. I ain't no man for reading signs, but the earth stopped keeping her side of the line. Woke up in March, it felt like July. Sweat on my neck, not a cloud in the sky. Corn came up weak, then it turned to dust. Like the ground lost faith in all of us. My daddy said, boy, the land will speak. But it's been dead quiet for weeks and weeks. No rain on the roof, no frost on the wire. Just a hollow wind and a sky on fire.
Used to hear coyotes down the ridge at night. Now it's just silence, not even a fight. Creek bed cracked like a no man's hands. Ain't seen water since I don't know when. Neighbor packed up, left town last fall. Left his tools hanging in the barn and all. Said he was chasing a better year,
but I think he was running from something here.
The river don't run like it used to flow. The winter don't come and the summer won't go. I plant in the dirt but it dies in my head. Something ain't right in this promised land. The birds stopped singing 2 springs ago. The deer tracks fade where the cold winds blow. I ain't no man for reading signs, but the earth stopped keeping her side of the line.
Ain't talking about news or city men.
Don't know about charts or where it began.
I just know dirt, I just know rain.
And neither one's been acting the same.
If this is something we done wrong,
it's been coming for too damn long.
river don't run
like it used to flow.
the winter don't come
And the summer won't go.
I plant in the dirt but it dies in my hands.
Something ain't right in this promised land.
The sky looks down but it don't feel kind, like it turned its back on this life of mine.
I ain't no man for reading signs,
but I know when the end starts drawing a line.